Hi guys, it's your girl Purple Apple. Today I'm here to discuss the Durk situation. With the cases be his charges being dropped, all five charges being dropped. Now there's rumors going around that he either snitched on King Von, put it off on Von because Von is dead, or they saying that he done turned fed and he's snitching on everybody else. It's like a lot of things people are saying of why his case dropped. Now, in my opinion, I feel that they didn't have a probable cause that will get him a conviction. They may have probable cause to have arrested them, but it was not enough to get a jury to convict him, a jury of his peers especially, to convict him. He's a big celebrity star. Everybody knows who he is. He helped put his team on. So it would be hard to convict him, especially over there in Atlanta, because he's loved there. Even if you wanted to move the case, I just feel like the prosecutor got so many other important RICO cases that she not really focusing on this case that 2 out of the 5 people that were involved is dead. The other 2 are locked up, and then you have Durk. Now, that's not to say that somewhere down the line, they lining him up so that he could line himself up, because they already know that he's still doing hood stupid stuff, still going back to old blocks, still trying to prove you a thug. Like, you already passed that point in your life. Why do you feel like you still need to go back to the hood to prove what? To prove what? You got kids, you got a wife, you got millions of dollars. You're not that same dude from the hood. So why would you keep trying to be that same dude from the hood? That's why these niggas get caught up in shit. That's why they end up with these RICO charges, because you still want to prove to the hood that you're from the hood, but you're no longer from the hood. If that's the case, why move out? If you still want to be in the hood, knowing that you done moved out of the hood, you're not the same person that lived in the hood, why do you still have to keep going back to the hood? Why do you still have to keep pretending that you this gangster? Like, no, move on. Why would you even want to be that person? If the point of moving out of the hood is to move out of the hood, wouldn't that mean that you should not still be going back to the hood? You already moved your team out. Everybody else is there. Let them get their own bags, because you might go back to the hood thinking that you got that kind of love, and it'd be them one of them dudes, especially one of these little young cats that want to make a name for themselves and line you up. Not enough security in the world will be able to stop a bullet that's meant for you. So stop going back, even though it's not to say you could die anywhere. Anything could happen to you anywhere, but you keep on putting up this thing like, oh, you this gangster dude, you this type of dude, and that's what they gonna keep. They're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna let you go with the small stuff, and what's gonna happen to you is they gonna RICO your dumb ass. So don't think because they dropped these charges now that that's the end of the story. It's something too fishy here. It's something not right. I don't want to say that he's snitching. I don't see that as his character, but I do feel like either they lining him up to line himself up, or it's just that the prosecutor got other things to think about, and there's not really much you could say, because even if you want to say that his arm was outside the door and he had the gun, but okay, that a camera showing you somebody's arm was outside the door. It ain't directly in the car that you could see that it actually is Durk's arm. It could have been somebody from the back. It could have been somebody leaning on the passenger side. Who's to say you want to tell me that he was holding a gun and trying to drive the steering wheel and trying to shoot somebody and aim at them and try to drive safely without crashing? So it's a lot of evidence, circumstantial evidence that a lawyer could refute. So she probably figuring like, I have more important cases to go after. This is not a relevant case right now. Maybe the person that was the initial victim ain't coming through. Maybe he got a bag to stay quiet. But I just feel like Durk, you're 30, and for you to be 30 coming from Chicago, that's like senior citizen status. Be thankful that you made it to 30, because how many of your homeboys didn't? How many of your own homeboys lost their lives before y'all even hit 18? So stop with the childish stuff. Take care of your kids. Stay out of the streets. You don't got to keep going back to O Block.